Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Josh, and this is your stimulus check update for the next stimulus package for Sunday, March 7th. I hope everyone is off to a good and safe start to their Sunday so far. In this video, I'll be discussing updates in regards to the current relief package and the third stimulus check. I'll also be discussing the $1,400 direct payments, the Senate passing the reconciliation bill, and what we can expect to take place from here. And then I'll be wrapping up this video by answering some of the comments and questions that I received in my previous video. But first, if you wouldn't mind real quickly, liking this video, give me a big thumbs up. It really just helps with the YouTube algorithm in terms of pushing this video out to other viewers like you, and hopefully helping other people like you as well. Okay, so with Democrats in the Senate passing President Biden's $1.9 trillion stimulus package on Saturday, it now heads out to the House, where a vote is expected to take place on Tuesday of this week. In the Senate, as expected, the bill did pass along party lines, with all 50 Democrats approving the bill and the 49 Republicans who were there rejecting it. Republican Senator Dan Sullivan was the lone senator who didn't cast a vote, as he had to return to Alaska on Friday due to a family emergency. In the bill, the biggest provisions included direct payments of $1,400 per person, including dependents, an extension of the unemployment insurance benefits at $300 per week through September 6th, and an increase in the child tax credit, which will allow parents to receive $3,000 per year per child ages 6 to 17, and $3,600 per child per year under the age of 6. Additionally, there is $350 billion going towards cities, states, and tribes, $170 billion for schools, and $100 billion towards public health. On Tuesday, even though the House certainly does have the option to amend the bill once again, which would require the Senate to approve their amended version once again, it's looking like, at this point, there won't be any additional amendments made. On Saturday, House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer said that the House plans on approving the Senate version on the bill, and there won't be any other changes made. While President Biden and Democratic leaders celebrated the passage of the bill, members of the GOP, as expected, weren't overly thrilled. In a statement, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell said, "The Senate has never spent $2 trillion in more of a haphazard way or through a less rigorous process. Voters gave Senate Democrats the slimmest possible majority. Voters picked a president who promised unity and bipartisanship. Instead, Democrats opted to ram through their stimulus bill." In a tweet, Republican Senator Ron Johnson said, "I support helping people truly affected by the pandemic, but we should have targeted the $1 trillion from previous bills first. The economy is already in a strong recovery, and this bill could spark harmful inflation. It was unneeded and unwise." So, obviously, Republicans weren't overly thrilled, but that's not incredibly surprising, considering that this was a completely partisan bill. On Tuesday, as mentioned, the House will take up the bill for a vote, where it's also expected to pass along party lines. During their first vote last month, they passed the bill by a slim margin of 219 to 212, with only 2 Democrats voting against the bill. All Republicans, as expected, voted against it, and it's likely to have the same outcome this time around as well. Once the House passes the bill on Tuesday of this week, it'll be sent off to President Biden's desk to be signed into law. Once this is done, it's possible that the next round of direct payments of $1,400 will be hitting bank accounts as soon as Thursday or Friday of this week. In a statement yesterday, President Biden said that Americans will begin receiving their stimulus checks at some point this month, which obviously is a pretty big time frame, but I would expect that the first batch of payments will begin going out at some point later this week. Let's wait and see. As far as the income eligibility goes for the next round of direct payments, you will be receiving the full amount if you're a single filer earning up to $75,000 per year, head of household filer earning up to $112,500 per year, or joint filer earning up to $150,000 per year. If you're earning more than those amounts, there will be a short phase-out period for single filers up to $80,000 per year, head of household filers up to $120,000 per year, and joint filers up to $160,000 per year. This means, for example, if you earn $77,500 per year as a single filer, even though you won't be eligible to receive the full $1,400, you'll still receive a payment of around $700. Additionally, as mentioned, there is an increase in the child tax credit, where families will be receiving $3,600 per year per child under the age of 6, and $3,000 per year per child ages 6 to 17. Even though originally they wanted to send these payments out on a monthly basis, unfortunately, due to the Byrd rule, they were forced to change the language, saying that instead they would be sending these payments out periodically. This means that instead of receiving these payments on a monthly basis, families may only be receiving these payments every 3 to 4 months, for example. Even though this is only going to be an increased benefit for 1 year, some Democratic lawmakers hope to make this change on a permanent basis. Another big change in the bill that took place in the Senate revolved around the unemployment benefits, where they were cut from $400 per week to $300 per week, but were also extended for 1 more week through September 6th. Even though this was a blow to the Democrats' plan, they were able to manage to get the first $10,200 in unemployment benefits received last year completely forgiven as far as taxes go. This means that the first $10,200 people received in unemployment benefits last year will no longer be taxed at the federal level. Republican Senator Rob Portman wasn't overly thrilled with this amendment, saying, "Suddenly, if you're on unemployment insurance, you don't have to pay taxes. But if you're working, you do have to pay taxes. How does that work?" Unfortunately, when people were receiving these benefits, they didn't realize they'd have to be paying taxes on this money. Because of this tax break, it's likely that people will be saving around $1,000 in total, which obviously should be a huge help. If you've already paid taxes on your unemployment, at this point, you'll need to file an amended tax return in order to receive this money. Okay, so at this point in time, I'm going to move right along to answering some of the comments and questions that I received in my previous video. And if you do have any other comments or questions for me, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I do try to answer as many of the comments and questions as I possibly can, but for those comments and questions I'm not able to respond to, I do try to pick some of the more popular ones to answer in the next video in video form. Okay, so without further ado, let me go ahead and jump into the first comment of this video, which is from Karen. Karen says, "Hey Josh, if I claim a parent on my taxes, are they eligible for the $1,400 stimulus?" Okay, thank you so much for your question, Karen. And yes, dependents, even those over the age of 17, are eligible to receive the $1,400 payment. However, it's still a bit unclear who will be the one receiving the money, if it'll be the adult dependent or the person claiming them. Most likely, considering the person claiming the adult dependent, like their parent in your case, is supporting them by more than 50%, they'll be the one receiving this extra money. So it's likely that you'll be the one receiving an extra $1,400 on top of what you will already be receiving. From there, of course, you can always give the $1,400 to your parent, split it, or use it however you would like. Okay, moving right along to the next comment of this video, which is from John. John says, "Will we get the stimulus money of $1,400 before the end of March?" Okay, thank you so much for your question, John. And yes, it's incredibly likely that we end up receiving the next direct payment before the end of March. On Tuesday, as mentioned in today's video, it's likely that the House will approve the bill that was passed in the Senate. From there, it'll be sent off to President Biden's desk to be signed into law, where it's very possible that the next round of payments will begin going out as soon as Thursday or Friday of this week. If they don't start going out as soon as this week, then they should definitely start going out next week, at least for a good chunk of people. Now, I'm sure like the first 2 rounds of payments, there will always be some people who slip through the cracks and don't receive their payments for several months, but it is my hope that the IRS can improve on that this time around. Let's wait and see. Alright, moving along to the next comment of this video, which is from Kelsey. Kelsey says, "Good morning, Josh. I watch these videos every morning. Thank you for keeping us informed. A friend of mine and her husband make less than $50K a year combined and have 5 dependents. Is there a limit on how many children can get the third stimulus check, or will they get $9,800? Okay, thank you so much for your question, Kelsey. And yes, you are correct that there are no limits on how many dependents you can receive the $1,400 payments for. So in your friend's case, her family with 5 dependent children will be receiving a stimulus payment total of $9,800. Also, on top of that, your friend will also be receiving an increase in the child tax credit, which will be for $3,600 per year per child under the age of 6, and $3,000 per year per child ages 6 to 17. Originally, this was expected to be a benefit going out on a monthly basis, but due to a change in the bill, the payments will now just be going out periodically. So it's unclear how often that will be. Regardless, let's say that in your friend's case that all 5 of their children are ages 6 to 17. In that case, they'll be receiving an extra $15,000 per year from the increased benefit. Alright, so on that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. If you did enjoy the content in this video and you'd like to see more videos like it, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. It is completely free to do so, and it's a great support to me. Also, if you'd like to receive 4 free socks from Webull, with 2 of them valued all the way up to $1,600 each, or 1 free sock from Robinhood, just for signing up and linking your bank account, please feel free to claim those free stocks by clicking the link in the description box below. And finally, if you join Rakuten with my referral link in the description box below and spend at least $20, Rakuten will give you $20 cash back. This means that you can buy an item through Rakuten with one of their referral links, such as Nike, for $20, and Rakuten will give you $20 just for making that purchase. This is just an incredible deal that I would love for everyone to take advantage of. Okay, so until next time, I'll see you guys, and I hope you have a great day today.